introduce the Chief Executive Officer of the organization that puts this all together, JCRC of New York, our CEO, Mark Traeger.
New York, are we fired up and ready to go? It is an honor to be with you all today. The weather is extraordinary, it's beautiful. We are here to support Israel. We're here to support the wonderful Jewish community. We're here to make sure that every single hostage is returned home with their family. We gathered last year in solidarity in the aftermath of October 7th. And we said then, and we'll say it now, we are not whole until we are all home. Bring them home. And I want to also just recognize that today's theme is the hope. The hope to make sure that the hostages are home, that there's peace for Israel and all of our people, and that also that we live in the greatest city in the world, New York, with the greatest police department. Give it up to the NYPD, City Hall, for making today possible. I want to recognize our first speaker, someone who is the biggest sponsor, supporter of the JCRC New York that helps make this wonderful parade possible. I could not have asked for a better partner, and the partnership is as strong as ever. Please welcome the CEO of the UJA Federation of New York, Eric Goldstein.
There's nothing more inspiring than coming out on this day and looking down Fifth Avenue and recognizing that we've come together, New York, the largest Jewish community in the world outside of Israel, to celebrate Israel. It's something we can never, ever take for granted, and we don't. First of all, thanks to JCRC, Mark Traeger, its leadership, for doing such a wonderful job putting together today's parade. Also, enormous thanks to all of the elected and public officials who are here today. We do not take that for granted either, particularly now at a time of incredibly rising anti-Semitism. Also, as Mark mentioned, the theme of today's parade is Hatikva, the hope. And seeing Aviva and Keith Seagull here today, Keith Seagull was in captivity for hundreds and hundreds of days. His being here today represents the fulfillment of many of our prayers, and please God, the hope is that very soon every single remaining hostage will be home and Israel will live in freedom and peace. Thanks so much to all of you for being here today. I'm Yisrael Chai.
Thank you, Eric. I'd like to next call up someone who literally said whatever is needed to make sure that this important parade moves forward, is safe and supported. And I also have to give her a shout out for last year as well, because there were many who said, can we pull this off? And Governor Hochul never gave up on us, was always with us every step of the way, and moved heaven and earth, every resource, anything we needed from the state to make today possible. Please welcome a tremendous friend and supporter of Israel and of the Jewish community, Governor Kathy Hochul.
Thank you, Mark, and all the members of JCRC and Eric Goldstein for all the great work you do at UJA, and all of the supporters of Israel who are gathered here today. Make your voices heard. You can do better than that. I want them to hear you across the ocean. Let them know. As John Kennedy, if you allow me to quote another Irish Catholic, because that's what I am. You okay with me quoting John Kennedy? He said Israel in 1960 was the child of hope. That is the theme of our parade. And they said they will always overcome adversity because, my God, they are resilient people. They were tested then at the birth of this nation, and they're continuing to be tested today. As I said last year, Speaking about the hostages, I went there and I met Keith and Avia's family in Israel days after they were taken hostage. We gathered, all of us went together, and we said we will not rest until every single one of them is brought home. Never in the wildest dreams did I think that 589 days later there'd still be 60 hostages waiting to come home, some alive and some have not made it. My God, we will not rest until these three words become a reality. Bring them home. Bring them home. Bring them home. Thank you. We're going to continue supporting Israel, always here in the great state of New York. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor Hochul, and again, thank you to your office and to your team. I want to next call up someone who I have to say, we have to measure people by where they're at during times of crisis. It's easy to be a friend during the good times, but during crisis is when you really find out who your friends are. And in the immediate aftermath of October 7th, the worst attack on the Jewish people since the Holocaust, our next speaker helped usher in over $14 billion in unconditional aid to Israel. And our people, please welcome Senate Leader Chuck Schumer.
Thank you, Mark. And let repeat after me. In America, Am Yisrael Chai. In Eretz Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. And I want to bring up someone who's been my friend for over 30 years. Every time he talks to me, it's about helping Israel every way we can. And I'm so glad he's the Grand Marshal, Harley Lipman. Come here, Harley. This is one great guy. So as was mentioned, on the 10th, I was in China talking to Xi about opening up America to new jobs. And the minute I heard what happened, the worst killing of Jews since the Shoah, where I lost so many of my relatives, I went to Israel and I met with the hostage families. I met with all of them. And I remember meeting the parents of Idan and crying with them. One of the parents there, I don't remember who, said every minute is like a year. And now it's been over 500 days. And all of the rest of those 58 families are just in anguish. And not only do we have to bring the hostages home, but we must bring the remains of the 4 New Yorkers who were brutally murdered by the vicious Hamas, Omir Nutra, Itai Chin, Gad Haigai, and Judy Weinstein. They must come home as well. I know Ruby Ken from Brooklyn. I know how he is suffering. And one more thing, Atikva, the hope. In 1947, Israel was the hope. And we believe there should be a Jewish homeland. There are some who don't believe in a Jewish homeland. That is so wrong. If every other people should have a homeland, why shouldn't the Jewish people? And we will fight for that homeland forevermore. So again, repeat after me as we began. In America, in Eretz Yisrael, Hatzlacha, let's have a great parade. And I thank Mark, JCRC, Eric, and UJA. We have a great family, mishpucha of Jewish organizations. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Speaking of mishpucha, we're going to call up next our dynamic friend, partner, supporter, marches with us during the good and the challenging times. She's always there with us. Please welcome the Attorney General of the State of New York, Letitia James.
Bring them home. Bring them home. 77 years, Israel. We must celebrate its independence. 77 years of struggle, 77 years of hope, 77 years of inspiration. We must bring all of them home. The values that Israel holds are the same values that this country holds. And as the African-American woman who recognizes that the Jews were with African-Americans during the civil rights struggle, we must stand with you as we march down Fifth Avenue, arm in arm,
Attorney General. And again, speaking of friends that are there with us during the challenging times, not just the good times, someone who gets criticism because the state of New York, particularly pension dollars, invest and supports the state of Israel. But he is unwavering. He always supports Israel and the Jewish people. Please welcome the Comptroller of the state of New York, Tom DiNapoli.
Thank you, Mark and JCRC, Eric and UJA, Harley, our Grand Marshal. Thank you all for coming out. It's going to be a great parade today saluting Israel. And the demand is clear. Bring all the hostages home now. Bring them home now. The hope is clear for peace and a secure Israel. And the other message that should go out all across the world is New York stands with Israel today and every day. Have a great parade, everyone.
Thank you, Comptroller. Last year when we gathered, there were so many still hostages held captive. Some have come home. Some are still being held captive. But we said last year, and we'll say it again this year, that we're not whole until we're all home. And next speakers are an inspiration for us because we were able to get Aviva home, but we were not going to stop marching and fighting until Keith came home and until everyone comes home. They are an inspiration. They are a testament to the strength and the resilience of Israel and the Jewish people here in New York. Please welcome Keith Aviva Seagull.
Shalom. Shalom, shalom. Hello to everybody. It's a great honor and a privilege to be here today with all of you. My name is Keith Seagull, and I was held in captivity for 484 days. My wife Aviva and I spent 51 days together in captivity. When they came to tell Aviva that she was going to be released the next day, they told us that I would be released the day after. And they continued to tell me throughout the 484 days, because I, being an old man, that's what they said, I would be the first to be released. I can't stress the horrendous conditions that Aviva and I were held in. I cannot stress the suffering day to day, and I think about the remaining 58 hostages that are still there, 4 of which I know personally. I spent time with them in captivity, and I'm doing whatever I can every day to do what needs to be done to hopefully get them home as soon as possible. Aviva and I are on a mission. We're doing whatever we can to get them home. I am very grateful to all of you for your support. Please help us and to continue your efforts to get them all back. It needs to be done, and it's urgent. We need to get all the 58 remaining hostages back now. Thank you.
Keith is home. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am the lucky one. I want Ali and Zivi from Kibbutz Kfar Aza and all the hostages to come home to the family like I got Keith and like Dan Alexander came home. It was one of the moments that I'll never ever forget. I know what it feels being in Gaza. I know what it's like touching death and being treated in such a brutal way. We all should stand together and bring them back home now. Thank you.
Let's give it up for the Seagulls, please. I want to just recognize some of our key friends and partners that helped make today possible. Also, just want to give a shout out and thanks to UJ Board Leadership, Linda Morels. Thank you, Linda. I want to recognize the JCRC New York Board President, Ben Golub, JCRC New York Board Chair, Cheryl Fishbein. I want to also recognize the members of Congress who are here with us. Congressmember Laura Gillen, Congressmember Goldman, Congressmember Mike Lawler, Congressmember Grace Meng, Congressmember Greg Meeks, Congressmember Jerry Nadler. I want to also recognize we have the Borough President from Manhattan, Mark Levine, Borough President from Queens, Donovan Richards, State Senator Brad Hoylman Seagull, members of the Assembly, Assemblymember Alex Boris, Assemblymember Edward Bronstein, Assemblymember Lester Chang, Assemblymember Jeffrey Dinowitz, Assemblymember Andrew Hevesy, Assemblymember Grace Lee, Assemblymember Michael Navahoff, Assemblymember Amy Poland, Assemblymember Nili Rozic, Assemblymember Al Taylor, Assemblymember David Weprin, Assemblymember Tony Simone, Assemblymember Jennifer Rajkumar. We have the Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman, the Queens, thank you, the Queens District Attorney Melinda Katz, and the New York City Council, my forever home too, Council Member Gail Brewer, Jewish Caucus Chair Eric Dinowitz, Councilmember Julie Menon, Councilmember Keith Powers, Councilmember Lynn Shulman, Councilmember from Brooklyn Susan Zwang, Rockland County Legislator Beth Davidson, the Director of the Mayor's Office of Hate Crime Prevention, Vijay Ramjanan. I want to give another big thank you again to the amazing men and women of the New York City Police Department, FDNY, all of our city workers help make today possible. Shout out and thanks as well. We have the ambassador to the UN from Israel, Danny Danon. Thank you for your presence and for your support. I just want to say again, today, folks, we are marching forward to bring the hostages home, to support Israel, to support peace for our people here and around the world, to support the greatest city in the world. Also, what a beautiful day, beautiful weather. The New York Knicks are going to the Eastern Conference Finals as well. That's another parade. But I want to say, Yisrael High. Are we ready to march? Are we ready to move forward? Let's kick off this wonderful parade. Hatikva.